definitely the office and everyone, thank you so much. The Office of General Counsel has provided the Educator Licensure Committee documentation relating to each matter in advance of today's committee meeting. Documentation presented for review may consist of investigative files, procedural evidence, transcripts, reports, and recommendations, memoranda, district communications, and communications from educators. Is there any objection to the Educator Licensure Committee going into executive session to discuss the educator licensure matters that have been prepared to present today? Hearing none, I declare the Educator Licensure Committee in executive session. At this time, the chair recognizes State Counsel to present cases, and I assume that will be Mr. Gunter.
Correct. I don't give up this podium lightly.
And I wouldn't either.
Or easily.
That's right. I hold on to it whenever I can. There is one matter before the full board ELC today, and that is the matter of Tracy Diane Johnston, certificate 277079. Ms. Johnston was reported to the SED by the Greenville County School District after she breached her contract. Ms. Johnston served as a literacy coach for the district during the 2021-2022 school year. On March 31st, 2022, Ms. Johnston was informed that her position at her assigned school would be changed to that of a reading interventionist for the 22-23 school year. Ms. Johnston objected to that change of position and continued discussions with the district to change schools so that she could remain a literacy coach. As you would expect at the end of the school year, there are a lot of reassignments. Those discussions became entangled with other job titles and posting vacancies across the district. While those talks of a potential reassignment were ongoing, Ms. Johnston agreed to sign a contract for the 2022-2023 school year. The contract did include a tentative assignment of a reading interventionist at her current school, which is the position that she originally objected to. While she accepted the contract, Ms. Johnston kept looking for other posted literacy coach positions within the district, but did not find one. After determining that there was not a path forward, she submitted her resignation to the district on August 5th, 2022. After the matter was reported to the SCDE sent a notice letter to Ms. Johnston, who timely requested a hearing, and that hearing was held on December 8th, 2023. After the hearing officer's report and recommendation is before you, and I will summarize it to the best of my ability while remaining as brief as possible, but I'm happy to go through any of her findings of fact or conclusions. However, the overall conclusion was that the hearing officer found sufficient evidence to show that Ms. Johnston breached her contract. However, the hearing officer did find that Ms. Johnston also demonstrated mitigating factors that should be given great weight by the board due to the lack of communication from the district while Ms. Johnston was attempting to handle the issue of a reassignment. The hearing officer also noted the district failed to show that the reading interventionist position that Ms. Johnston abandoned was left unfilled. The hearing officer also found significant that Ms. Johnston did continue to work in the district through a third-party provider, so she was not employed directly by the Greenville County School District. She was employed through one of those third parties that regularly places employees within the district. In considering all of those unique circumstances, the hearing officer recommended a 6-month suspension. One a little bit unique thing about this relative to some other orders is the timeline of the suspension. Due to end-of-the-year testing, Ms. Johnston requested that any suspension would begin at the end of the current school year. Because she works within the district consented to that request, and so the order before you reflects a 6-month suspension that would begin upon the conclusion of the school year. Questions from the board?
Are there any questions?
Thank you very much.
All right, hearing none, at this juncture, I would ask for a motion to return to open session.
So moved.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Allison. Thank you again, Mr. Walters. All in favor of returning to open session, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you very much. At this time, I would entertain motions regarding the cases presented today by the committee chair, subcommittee
Mr.
chair.
Chair, I need to recuse myself.
And that has been noted, and I appreciate your mentioning that because in this case, Ms. Collier is recusing herself from 3 of the cases, Case 4, Case 9, and Case 15.
And
So-
this one as well.
And this one as well?
Yes.
All right. And we will make the matter and the record know that. Thank you very much. All right. Do we have entertaining motions, please? Or, I'm sorry, got to read them. Who reading them? Who reading them?
What's that?
Are we reading them? Do we read them now? The list?
Are we back?
We got to make a motion on that this one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We gotta finish with this one
Oh,
case.
Lord, I'm sorry. I'm ready for the 1 o'clock meeting. I'm sorry.
All right.
She's ready.
All right, okay. We entertain a motion. Anyone?
Mr. Chair, I would move the State Board of Education suspend the certificate of Tracy Diane Johnson, Certificate 277079, commencing on May 27, 2024, ending on November 26, 2024, and approve the order of suspension on the grounds of unprofessional conduct for breach of contract.
Thank you very much. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by, thank you so much, Joyce. All in favor of this particular motion and second, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Therefore, it is unanimous with the exception of those who are out or either recused. So that would let the minutes reflect that. At this time now, thank you, once trying to get back on time and moving forward. The committee will now entertain motions regarding the cases presented today.
Chair O'Shields, I move that the State Board of Education ratify the actions of the Education Licensure Committee for the cases following. The State Board of Education denies the application of Jacinta Corella McHale for certification. The State Board of Education denies the application of Darnell Pickard for certification. The State Board of Education approves the application of Justin Jerome Watkins for certification. The State Board of Education suspends the certificate of Janet L. Allison, Certificate 239681, commencing on February 13th, 2024, and ending on February 12th, 2025, and approves the order of suspension on the grounds of unprofessional conduct for breach of contract. The State Board of Education suspends the certificate of James M. Arthur, Certificate 276493, commencing on February 13th, 2024, and ending on February 12th, 2025, and approves the order of suspension on the grounds of unprofessional conduct for breach of contract. The State Board of Education permanently revokes the certificate of Lisa Ann Ballestros, Certificate 273505, effective February 13th, 2024, and approves the consent order of permanent voluntary surrender on the grounds of unprofessional conduct. The State Board of Education suspends the certificate of Zachary Crowder, Certificate 312673, commencing on February 13th, 2024, and ending on February 12th, 2025, and approves the order of suspension on the grounds of unprofessional conduct for breach of contract. The State Board of Education suspends the certificate of Janae Marie Green, Certificate 304544, commencing on February 13th, 2024, and ending on February 12th, 2025, and approves the order of suspension on the grounds of unprofessional conduct for breach of contract. The State Board of Education suspends the certificate of Kendra Herzog, Certificate 907044, commencing on February 13th, 2024, and ending on February 12th, 2025, and approves the order of suspension on the grounds of unprofessional conduct for breach of contract. The State Board of Education suspends the certificate of Gabriella McCalla Ion, Certificate 266871, commencing on September 25th, 2023, and ending on February 21st, 2024, and approves the order of suspension on the grounds of unprofessional conduct. The State Board of Education suspends the certificate of Olivia Easterly Jordan, Certificate 296759, commencing on February 13th, 2024, and ending on February 12th, 2025, and approves the order of suspension on the grounds of unprofessional conduct for breach of contract. The State Board of Education suspends their certificate of Laura Mallard, Certificate 313454, commencing on February 13th, 2024, and ending on February 12th, 2025, and approves the order of suspension on the grounds of unprofessional conduct for breach of contract. The State Board of Education suspends their certificate of John Maxwell Sullins, Certificate 317718, commencing on February 13th, 2024, and ending on February 12th, 2025, and approves the order of suspension on the grounds of unprofessional conduct for breach of contract. The State Board of Education suspends their certificate of Mark Wilcox, Certificate 31106760, commencing on May 2nd, 2023, and ending on May 1st, 2024, and approves the order of suspension on the grounds of unprofessional conduct. And the last one, the State Board of Education publicly reprimands Travis Williams, Certificate 260529, and approves the order of public reprimand on the grounds of unprofessional conduct.
Thank you, Ms. Kreminger. We greatly appreciate that. At this point, the recommendations have been brought to our attention as now full board. Is there a motion regarding the subcommittee's recommendations?
Mr. Chair, could I ask a question before you do that?
Yes, sir.
Could we correct a typo in number 5?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 2025, not 2024.
Which one?
Number 5, right here.
Yes, I read it correctly.
You read it correctly, yes, you did.
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering, so that one would be with the correction. Am I correct on that? Because that would have
Yes.
to make sense.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
And may I ask a question?
Absolutely.
About number 10, is there anything you can say in open session that would explain those dates? It seems awfully odd that a suspension that is over in just a matter of a couple days.
We were mirroring an out-of-state suspension.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Very good. Thanks, both of you. Thank you, Dr. Hanley, Mr. Harrington. Excellent questions. And again, any other questions? All right, hearing none, is there a motion that can be taken to the full committee, please?
Move to ratify, Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you, Mr. Walters. You will take,
I'll second.
thank you, Mr. White. We'll take that. All in favor of this group, batch, assortment of recommendations, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any naysayers? All right, hearing none, thank you very much. At this time, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Anybody a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Go eat.